This is actually the closest we can get to the scene right now. Authorities, they are not letting us pass the spot. We are standing in here for safety reasons. Both of these women were injured here in this violent incident. As you can see, police, they still have caution tape strung up here and a cop car. Detectives tell us that he dragged her down this alleyway where he took her out of plain sight and took advantage. Now, if you can't beat them, you might as well join them. And note to self, throughout the summer, maybe pack some extra clothes when reporting the news, because you never know when you're going to end up in the Bay. The police tell us that at first this teenager took the higher road and tried to walk away from this suspect when he first approached him. Hey guys, John Diaz here, coming to you live on Facebook. And just to show you how long this line really is, just come follow me really quick. That's me. What a walk, and that is actually just one of two of the lines here at Yankee Stadium. The new store has more than 800 designers for women, children, and don't worry guys, they got us covered too. Yeah, good morning to you both, and we are now learning that this man was shot multiple times in his head. He was pronounced dead here at the scene earlier this morning, but if you follow me over here, you can see it's still quite the active investigation out here at the Soundview houses. Now, a crime scene unit has reported here to the scene. His favorites is this Duncan booth right here, as you can see, an officer right here. Yeah, well, I used to be a lot better at this whole soccer thing when I was a kid, but I mean, I got that in. And we're told that this is the roof where Anthony Olivo was playing with that BB gun in the school, as you can see, really just yards away. And another fun activity you can catch during this weekend's festivities is a manga artist who drew a picture of me.
To be afraid is to behave as if the truth were not true.
At Brooklyn Collaborative School, it's a phrase this Gender and Sexuality Alliance Club advisor, also known as GSA, teaches his students to live by.
In GSA, there's a space where we can hear students and more genuinely than we would throughout the regular day.
Last March, students at the school thought it would be a good idea to start up the GSA Club, getting together not only students who identify as members of the LGBT community, but also allies, so students who have friends who are gay, or even parents or guardians.
Students can show up and process events that are happening in their lives, like coming out to their parents. And so it's also a place where students develop leadership skills.
Every Wednesday during lunch, GSA Club meets, sharing thoughts and ideas so private, our cameras weren't allowed in.
It helps kids understand that these topics are very serious.
Sixth grader Zany Liebling explaining how much this club has helped him grow and become more comfortable with himself.
It gives you a good set for what's going to happen in the world, what challenges might you face. And it shows you that the world's not always just unicorns and rainbows. Studies show bullying continues to be an issue within the school systems, but new initiatives such as the GSA clubs, which are popping up in more schools across the city every year, are helping to reduce this kind of harassment, especially when it comes to LGBT students.
It's important for our kids to not have to check who they are when they come into school.
In January of 2016, Jared Fox became New York City Department of Education's first LGBT liaison, helping schools like Brooklyn Collaborative transform some of their bathrooms to all-gender ones and train new and tenured teachers about how to educate LGBT students.
We realize that in many of our teacher preparation programs at colleges and universities, LGBT supports are not taught, and so a lot of teachers enter into the education profession with a lot of questions.
Fox has also helped roll out the Out for Safe Schools initiative, where teachers and faculty constantly wear badges that show they support LGBT students.
LGBTQ students who experience bullying are more likely to miss school and feel unsafe at school. However, research shows that if they can identify 11 or more supportive adults in their lives who are allies to the LGBTQ community, that those statistics even out with their straight peers.
And learning about LGBT history has even become a part of the state standard in both the 8th and 11th grade, so students could be tested about Stonewall or other historic LGBT events. John Diaz, News 12 Brooklyn. In this exclusive video, you can see two men on a mission to terrorize. As one stands watch, the second man is seen without hesitation jumping over the counter of the Soundview Avenue gas station around 4 o'clock this morning and pointing his gun right at 48-year-old Munir Ahmad's face, Ahmad using a translator.
They put on a gun on me and they say, give me money.
While afraid for his life, Ahmad complies with these shameless robbers and pleads for them not to shoot him. He says he cried out they could take whatever they wanted.
Now he don't want to work here because it's really bad because he come from his country to make his money, not for die.
Soon, though, one of the robbers is seen shooting off 2 bullets. One of them just nearly misses Ahmad, so he pretends to be hit, thinking he could safely roll away, but the gunman then drags him back to the cash register, forcing him to open it. And now workers here tell us that these 2 suspects made off with more than $700, stealing cash right out of the lotto machine, as well as taking it from the business. Immigrating to America just 3 years ago from Pakistan, Ahmad says he never expected something like this to happen, and his customers feel for him.
Injustice to the people who are making their living.
These guys work hard. These guys are very respectable.
Though these suspects cover their heads with hoods, you can see that we were able to get a close-up of one of their faces. Police believe this man may have sustained an injury because he was seen limping away from the scene. A chilling exit Ahmad says he never thought he would live to see.
He still feels scared.
In Soundview, John Diaz, News 12 The Bronx.
I don't have any comment.
It seems like this manager isn't happy to see News 12.
I'm afraid of the camera. No.
We were able to get up close and take video of what neighbors in Van Ness say has been bad business for years now. Neighbors claim the company, Benny Mattress Corporation, has been allegedly repurposing old mattresses out of this warehouse and selling them as new.
I hope I never buy one from anywhere.
Garbage scattered across the property and mattresses laid in front of the Van Buren Street building with no plastic covering them means this company is breaking the law.
That's disgusting. Yeah, they definitely got to be shut down.
Under city rules, in order to help prevent the spread of bed bugs, all mattresses must be covered with plastic when placed outside. These safety hazards have now made their way to the top of Community Board 11's priorities.
I've spoken to the property owner, who's the Church of Pentecost, and they said they want them out.
The board says the company owes the landlord close to $80,000 in rents. We saw the Department of Sanitation issuing them summons, and their license was even revoked back in 2013, but the company still remains in business.
Why they're not being evicted yet? Usually it's a court process.
Another thing to add to the long list of complaints is the way that the company's drivers operate their vehicles down this residential road. One neighbor telling us that one of their drivers actually hit his fence right here, as you can see, causing significant damage, and it hasn't been fixed yet. That neighbor is Gavin Stanek.
It's nothing but trouble.
Stanek says he's witnessed mattresses being thrown over the building gate, saying one of his neighbors even moved because of these problems.
It's mattresses that it seems that they picked up off the street.
These Bronxites sick and tired of this community eyesore, hoping to see some change as soon as possible. John Diaz, News 12 The Bronx.